Thanks, Goose. All right, guys, it's time for lasers, and I mean a lot of lasers.
Lasers! Lasers!
Darren likes lasers.
Oh, they're great. What chaos! Marvelous!
Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions Evolved is the latest in this long-running series of arcade shooters. Evolved being the free update that expands on the original Dimensions game with new content. It's fast, frantic, fun, and certain to push your gaming skills to the limit.
History alert! History alert!
Darren, how many types of alarms do you have?
Oh, it hurts my eyes.
Turn it off, please. Thank you. If I didn't have these alarms, how would you know how important the info was? Did you know the first Geometry Wars was a mini-game that could be found in Project Gotham Racing 2 on the Xbox way back in 2003? It was such a popular Easter egg that the developers, Bizarre Creations, made it a standalone game for the Xbox 360.
Nice bit of history, Darren. Well, now we have this sequel with its classic twin-stick gameplay. You move your ship with one stick and fire your weapons in any direction using the other stick, making it super easy to glide across the screen and wipe out waves of enemy craft as they spawn in.
You can quickly become overwhelmed though, and as the action ramps up, you'll be dodging and shooting in a hectic display of explosions in a desperate bid to stay alive.
The game's adventure mode mixes up the rules level to level to keep you on your toes. You may have a time limit to get the very best score that you can, or only one life. The level design is also extremely varied, with a wide variety of 3D shapes from spheroids and cubes to cylinders.
I'm not sure I enjoyed playing those levels that had multiple surfaces, because it's so easy to accidentally go zooming into a stack of enemies on the other side. I mean, I definitely prefer playing on all of those classic flat 2D levels, where you can see all the enemies as they appear.
The rotating 3D maps are very hard, especially if there are barricades to dodge around too, but I liked the variety in designs. And it takes the difficulty of the game up for those who've become Geometry Wars masters.
As you blast away at the enemies, they leave behind small green geoms. Absorb these into your ship and you increase your multiplier, which makes bigger scores possible. Surviving a level while at the same time trying to finish with the most points possible becomes a delicate balance of neon death.
Yes, I was very happy to unlock those helper drones. For instance, there's one that automatically grabs the geoms for you so you can concentrate on the shooting.
Plus, you can use secondary weapons like mines or homing missiles to help stay in control of a level. These can all be upgraded too, which makes going back to the earlier levels to improve your high score much easier as your ship becomes more effective.
Occasionally, you get the opportunity to activate a super state, which is a temporary boost to your weapon for maximum damage. Pew 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 pew! Ha ha!
Oh, so much destruction!
You really need it too when you're up against those fast-moving packs that are just homing in on you. And if you really think you're about to become toast, you have a handy smart bomb that'll totally wipe the screen clear. Phew!
Adventure mode also includes boss levels, which you must beat to progress. And these can be very tough encounters, dodging the waves of enemies until the boss drops its red shield so you can get some shots in.
Oh, I had such a tough time with the Emerald boss. Oh, so hard. But as hard as this game can get, I find that it really gets me into the zone. I call it the Bajo zone. It's kind of like when you've got the Force and you're using the Force. You just focus in on what's happening and you suddenly become one with what's moving on screen. And I don't even know how I do it, how I beat everything, but somehow it all just works like science in my face.
Complete.
I am one with the machine.
If it does all get a bit too challenging, you can also dive into some classic versions of Geometry Wars for a simpler score chase. Or try out some of the new bonus levels. The game has tons of options.
Oh, Hex, I find this game so compelling. I just keep wanting going back to it again and again to beat my friends' scores. What are you going to give it?
Well, this is definitely one of the best arcade shooters you can get, although sometimes I found the difficulty a little bit more frustrating than fun. I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5 stars.
I'm giving it 4 stars.
Now it's time for the most important part of the show, the Darren Report. Off I go!
Bye, Darren. Have a good time.